Oh, wow.
Back when Starfield came out, I wanted to make a review about why I feel like Bethesda clearly missed the mark with this game.
Yeah.
But I did play the new Shattered Space DLC, and again, I was very disappointed. So let me share my thoughts about this expansion. Because sadly, this is not what I expect from Bethesda, and it's just more of the same like the base game. I was
Really? What the hell did you expect? Because here's what I would expect from the new expansion. A couple new weapons, a new boring story, a few new characters, and a few other worlds with maybe a handful of new assets. Am I right?
Awaken. The
Seems about right.
hoping they will take more of the feedback into consideration regarding their story, writing, characters and quest design. But sadly, it didn't look great at all. I'ma tell you a little bit about the story without spoiling too much. Okay, so you arrive on a new planet and you already become some sort of chosen one within 5 minutes. But nobody trusts you until you complete a 10-minute trial that is, and then they suddenly all do. The main quest after the first dungeon is full of boring yapping with the same bad voice direction. The characters talk way too much without actually saying anything, and you just have to
This is one of the things I don't like about gacha games sometimes, is like there'll be so much dialogue for nothing.
Go along and understand it, even though you know nothing of this planet, its people and how things work around here. Because the characters just stand there talking without emotion, and they ignore the classic rule of show don't tell. Because here they only tell without actually showing anything.
I would expect that.
Personally, I'm a big fan of Cyberpunk 2077, and say what you will about the
Oh no.
Yeah, and how it launched, it's fair, but they eventually fixed it and the people saw how great the game was. That was like underneath it all.
Right.
I'll just show you the difference in how these two games handle it.
My apologies. Please, Malabor, do go on.
All power to jump drive.
Like his father before him, relied on the teachings of Jinan to guide us.
I really hope that
Desecrators assault our world.
I think Bethesda should replace their writing team with ChatGPT. I think it would have more edge to it. I feel like everything with Bethesda, that like at least recently, has been so
Civilian
just
structure complete.
fucking bland.
Your arguments are compelling.
Like it's just
I shall stand
like the most
with you.
flaccid vanilla milk toast, like just slop. Like
yours.
it's just awful. I don't know how, like, and it's so weird how how a company like that can have any fans.
More credits
Like,
are
how
required.
How can you possibly like this? Like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing?
Your
Look at
presence
Rockstar.
is
Yes,
strong.
it's upsetting.
Defilers encroach upon us. We'll consider it.
This is when you're leaving Arasaka. Yeah.
Technology too.
And keep in mind, that scene is after 5 other hours of content.
All power to jump drive.
And then they don't even show the title of the game until you finish that entire situation.
We make direct contact with the Great Serpent, similar to Jinan Varun's initial meeting.
And then something went wrong.
Oh shit.
Okay, but let's talk a little bit about side quests. Because the first side quest you stumble upon, and I kid you not, this is serious. This is about two brothers bickering they want to kill each other because one stole their mother's urn while he was drunk.
What?
And yes, I am not joking, this is serious. And the solution and choice for this quest is giving you the option which drink you want to drug before they're going to duel and kill each other. You can drug one of them, neither, or both. If this is the first side quest they deliberately want to show you, I am not sure what to think anymore. What happened to Bethesda's writing?
Harmony research tier complete.
You woke up. That's what happened. You woke up. The thing is that if all you ever eat is dog shit, you're never gonna understand that you're eating dog shit. But if somebody gives you a steak
Planet item ready.
Ain't no way you want to go back to that dog shit. Yeah, bro, like this, he was in the Matrix.
Glory to the Unity!
Yep. He was totally in the Matrix. And finally, Cyberpunk 2077 unplugged him.
Your presence is strong.
And he realized that
Glory to the Unity!
this, just everything, there's almost nothing, like, I actually can't even verbalize how much I hate these stories in these games. I can't even... It's like every story in like one of these games, like for Bethesda, it's like they're being told and there's an HR representative who's standing in their room with like a notepad ready to write down anything wrong that they say.
Cry for mercy.
It's just so... Oh my god. It's everything I hate at the same time.
Are required. Our vengeance is
Holy
yours.
anyway,
Yeah.
how did this
presence
get
is strong.
approved? Like, okay. Please let me know in the comments down
Shields
below
down!
if anyone
We're
of you
exposed to
played this
attack!
quest and thought this was great writing. Please,
Yeah.
because I really want to know. Okay, but on to the main quest, because they definitely had some great missions and
We
ideas in
cannot
between,
survive without
but
armor.
it doesn't blend that well together. Because in my opinion, the missions you get from the houses are mostly boring, with again too much pointless talking and boring lore dumps. But then
That's what got me to stop. Like, so the day that Starfield came out,
We dare not stray from our path.
and also, by the way, do you remember when the first announcement of Starfield came out? And
The
I
anima
said
are
that I thought the
restless.
game was going to be boring because
Doubt
Todd Howard said it was going to have
clouds
over
our
100
thoughts.
planets, and I was like, there's no way this is going to be interesting. Remember that?
Our
people got mad at me.
minds awaken.
How about that?
Hostility research
that?
complete.
Wasn't that over 10 years ago?
there are some great
If that
missions
is our
sprinkled
will.
in between. And I eventually got surprised a little bit, because
That
the
path
final
is
mission from this
perilous.
DLC is quite cool, but then completely falls flat again in the end. It
What
gets
does
an
the Unity will?
anticlimactic ending where your
So
choice
shall
doesn't
it
matter
be.
at all and doesn't make sense at all. This again made me feel very mixed about this expansion,
We
while I
dare not
hope to
stray
feel
from our
excited
path.
after beating it. And the only thing I wonder after all of this is, where is the old Bethesda? I enjoyed Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout
Shields
4, even
down!
though it
We're
was a little
exposed to
flawed.
attack!
I enjoyed those
Upgrade
games
logistics to unlock
so
more
much.
civilian
Like,
slots.
Nobody knows how to
Harmony
write a good
research
story
complete.
anymore. I think the best way that I can describe it is that I think that if you look at a lot of journalism nowadays that kind of follows the same
Control
problem,
group created.
is that a lot of writing nowadays, and I think the reason why this happens is because it's done by committee. So you have so many people that are involved in the writing process for a lot of stories that the language in the writing process gets diluted and it loses the original voice of having like one
Our
like
vengeance is
unified
yours. Our
one
will
unified
shall be done.
voice or author
Whatever the
or writer
Unity
to it.
wills.
And I think also this happens a lot with
The anima
it happens a
are
lot with
restless.
journalism, where
We'll
I
consider
feel like
it.
a lot of writing in journalism is
minds
actually
awaken.
incredibly bad. Because a lot of people think that writing...
The
This is gonna
completion
sound
of this
stupid.
item makes us stronger.
Writing is an art. And a lot of people use it and
We
th-
are
there- so there's
entertaining
oh, Jesus.
offers.
This is like
Civilian
a fucking
structure
like a
complete.
Russian nesting doll of
Defilers
problems.
encroach upon
So
us.
writing is an art,
anima are
but at the
restless.
same time, some
Our
people
will
that are
shall be
theater
done.
kids that are 33 that treat it like they're
All
artists
power to
and
jump
they're
drive.
super just so fucking obnoxious about
We
it
must
that
be
it's like I wish it
vigilant.
wasn't an art.
If it can
So
be done.
a lot of people, and I think that also in both cases,
Hostility research complete.
the writing does
We
not
await
take
your
into
command.
account thinking
Our
about how the
vengeance is
user is going to
yours.
feel
We must
reading
be
what you're
vigilant.
saying. Most
Desecrators
writing
assault our
nowadays doesn't
world.
have a voice to
Our
it.
thoughts are
It could be written, it could have been written by
splintered.
anybody.
Your presence is strong.
And I think that's really the
Logistics
weakness that
upgrade
a lot of
complete.
content like this has. So
Control
poetry is
group
not art.
created.
The
Any
issue
last
is that,
words?
well, like I think that a lot of people like view like journalism or something like that, they view it differently than poetry, for example. But my point is that people don't know how to communicate in a way that is compelling. And I think that in the absence of not being able to communicate in a way that's compelling, people communicate in a way that is, like, I don't know, fulfilling maybe? Like, I'm trying to think like the best way to describe it. Like, they're not communicating in a way that is authentic. And it feels very flat and forced, and it's almost like you're basically...
Vengeance is yours.
It's like TTS
Our will
almost.
shall be done.
It's meme communication. Yeah, it's just awful. It's simple because Zoomers have severe ADD.
Civilian
I actually
structure
think
complete.
that Zoomers are better at writing than a lot of millennials are. I think this is a millennial
Your
problem. This is a
presence is
problem with people
strong.
that are around my age. I think that the reason why is that a lot of people that are around my age are
The anima are restless.
like, there's like a fucking,
We'll
like an
consider it.
unholy alliance between trying to be
Research
politically
rate
correct
upgrade complete.
and then also
await
being
your
painfully
command.
boring. And I think that millennials, like, oftentimes with writing, you have that fucking intersection, and it's so bad. Feels like a placeholder? Yeah. And I think also, again, it's not really a generational thing, but like right now you're seeing a lot of millennial style writing like that. It's an industry culture problem, in my opinion. I think it probably is too.
You have no idea
anima
how
are restless.
Oblivion made me feel as a
Beg
child
for
while
our
I played
forgiveness.
it. It definitely has its flaws, but
Any last
overall,
words?
it's such a great game. It grips you within the world, and oh, it's so good. But
Harmony
Starfield,
research complete.
man. Anyway, I'll get to that point later. I'm going off script. So the DLC.
Oblivion was
Our
okay, but
minds
I never really thought it
awaken.
was that great either, honestly.
Your
I just
presence is
never
strong.
really did think so.
Beg for our forgiveness.
It's my opinion.
It is
Control
also
group
very short
created.
because you can
Any
beat it in a
last
couple
words?
of hours, and it doesn't add much besides these new quests. There are almost no new weapons, armor sets. I heard some people saying there are new companions, but I didn't find them. No new gameplay features, no new ship parts, etc.
Damn.
When you ask 30 euros or dollars for an expansion, I do expect way more content than this. Or it
Research
would
Well,
be
you could have said
Upgrade
that about the
complete.
base game.
Beg for
I'd
our
argue to
forgiveness.
price this expansion about like 15 euros or dollar. Now let's
We are ready. The moment of
compare
our
it again
vengeance
to
is at
Cyberpunk
hand.
Phantom Liberty. Phantom Liberty, in my opinion, is really good, and you get so much content for the same price. But it's an entirely different game. But what I used to love about Bethesda Game Studios isn't here anymore. It isn't
The
in
anima
Fallout
are
76,
restless.
it isn't in Starfield,
Our
it
will
isn't
shall
in
be
this
done.
expansion.
Hostility
The Elder
research
Scrolls is going to have
complete.
this same problem. I think people overrate older
Hostility
Bethesda games too
research
much.
complete.
Yeah, I think they're not very good either.
All power to jump drive.
Like, if I go back and I think of, like, did these stories act like, did they actually have good stories? No, I don't think so. Yeah, Bethesda hasn't aged well. I mean, I'll tell you this, like, I don't think it ever aged very well, right? I mean, like, even back in the day, I thought it was bad even then.
Control group created.
They had a lot more soul to them. See, like, I just, they had soul to them. I never
Victory
really
is at
felt that
hand.
way. I don't know, like, I didn't get that
to
vibe. I'm
unity.
sorry, I really just didn't. And I also think that I am the exact opposite audience for something like a Bethesda game. Like, I've never been able to, like, get it.
Research rate upgrade complete.
I don't get
The
it.
last couple of
Presence is
years,
strong.
I didn't
last
experience
words?
it at all from them. You have to understand,
We'll consider it.
Elder Scrolls is my favorite franchise of all time. I usually cover Baldur's Gate 3 on this channel, but my biggest love is from Bethesda Game Studios. It's Oblivion and Skyrim.
Poor guy.
I used to discover the world and discover these great stories, locations, and side quests. And it just isn't Elder Scrolls, because I felt the same in Fallout 3 and even in Fallout 4, even though it was a little flawed. But I'm just afraid Bethesda lost their magic, and I'm afraid for Elder Scrolls 6, because it isn't just the planets that you explore that feel empty, right? Because there is handcrafted content in Starfield, but it doesn't feel the same. This
It's bad. Because they can't write a good story. They can't make a good game. You can't give a dog a calculator and then expect him to make a cake with it. You're expecting too much. It's not going to happen. Just stop it. Like, there's no way. This is the way I felt like with Blizzard. I'm going to be honest. I feel this way about Blizzard right now. I feel like there is a 0% chance that Blizzard can write a story that's actually good. I don't think that they can do it. And I don't think that they have the insight into what makes a good story anymore. I'm looking forward to being proven wrong. But so far, I haven't been. And it's like, I didn't even realize how bad it was until I went back and I watched the Diablo 2 cinematics. Oh my God. No wonder I played these games all day, every day. It was unbelievable. Like, I couldn't even, like, it was just insane. You have to pay for talent? I don't know what to say. It was old cinematics went so hard. Yes, they're incredible. I don't think that we can, I don't know if we're ever going to get back to that. And I know I sound like kind of a doomer saying that, but that's really the way that I feel.
Planet is also handcrafted, but exploring it feels boring, pointless.
Because the game's boring and pointless. It's a bad game.
Ignite that spark of discovery that you used to have in Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3, Fallout 4. It's gone. This handcrafted planet just feels like an empty, barren area just serving as a long travel to get to my next pointless destination. With no fun or interesting landmarks to discover in between. And like I said, I'm not trying to hate on this game. My favorite games come from this studio.
This poor guy.
I wanted Starfield to be good. I wanted this expansion to be good. I want Elder Scrolls 6 to be good.
Oh.
But I'm afraid it isn't going to be. I'm afraid Bethesda lost their magic. And there are some things they have improved in general, but somehow still not enough.
What?
The game and some characters do look better overall, but the random citizens in...
But they don't, though. I mean, they really don't. Like, you look at any game that's made in Unreal 5 looks better than this. Any game. Like, it's just... Like, just nothing about it is good. Like, I don't understand. Like, what the fuck?
The big cities do look weird and ugly.
Yes.
Performance has improved in some areas, but still the frames dip heavily in some other areas. The car is a nice addition to the game if it didn't feel slow, clunky and get stuck very easily. And I was afraid because maybe I just lost touch with the games of Bethesda Game Studios. But then I boot up Skyrim again and I feel that magic. With the next gen patch from Fallout 4, I reinstalled it again and I was like, I didn't lose my touch. Fallout 4, even though it has its flaws, is great. I love...
See, like, that's what I thought too. And like, I remember I went back and I played Dragon's Dogma 2, and the entire story was a complete piece of shit, except for the very end of the story when you go into the unmoored world. And that story sequence is so fucking ridiculously, insanely good that it actually shocked me how good it was. I was like, what the fuck? And it's like, no, I'm not the problem. That part, yeah, it was insane. It's these games that are the problem. Did you play Fallout? I did not. Where was this the entire game? Exactly. It's still shit, though. I thought it was great.
Love it. And then I come back to Starfield and it just... you know? So overall, Starfield, and especially this expansion, it isn't really bad, right? It isn't dog shit.
Yeah.
But we're used to something different from Bethesda Game Studios back in their older titles. And Starfield and this DLC doesn't capture it at all. Well, generally Fallout 4 was heavily loved. People did feel like there was a decline coming for Bethesda. But then the Far Harbor expansion showed up and it's everything we hoped for it to be. It was great. It had choice, consequence, it had great dialogue, great characters, great writing. It was so incredibly good in my opinion. And you know what's really funny? Far Harbor is cheaper than this expansion because it used to release for 25 euros or dollars. And most of all, it added a lot of new great content, a lot of new weapons, armors, but especially a separate new island that felt really good to explore. And your choice in this main quest really mattered. Far Harbor really improved from the base game of Fallout 4. You can definitely see Bethesda listened to their fans and improved a lot in this expansion. And I really think many people were hoping for a Far Harbor-like DLC for Starfield, because it was going to be one location again where everything was handcrafted, something we used to love dearly from Bethesda.
God.
But it still missed the mark in the Shattered Space DLC.
How you think
But say what you
oh.
want about Starfield, but it did try something new with the planets. Eventually it was...
No, it didn't. No Man's Sky did the same thing. Like, it didn't. It just was... I just don't understand. I don't. I just, like... Stop eating dicks. I know, it's coping. Like, this is just... I get it that he's a fan of the games, but, like, please see... Please open your eyes and see the truth. See the reality for what it is. This story is just the game. Everything about it was just so bad. Like it was I'm getting so mad, bro. You're hating on games you never played. It's wild. I'm level 100. I have the level 100 achievement. I played a lot. I played Starfield a lot. He meant the older titles. I played Oblivion. Like, it was okay. I mean, I guess it was okay for the time, but it was just like, I really just, I don't think it was that great. I think that the only reason I played it is because it was something to do. The moment, like, another game came out, I just immediately started playing that. I really just, I mean, it was better than Starfield. Wow. Sorry. I really just don't think it was good. You're such a hater, man. But saying the most popular games at the time were garbage is so immensely dishonest and dumb. I get that a lot of people don't like my opinion on Bethesda games. I understand that. I find them to be painfully dull. Extremely slow. The gameplay is fucking terrible. The story is bland. There's just nothing good about any of them. I played like 3. I haven't played every single one. You're right. Maybe there's one that I'll like. But why would I try another game if I played 3 and all 3 of them were bad? It doesn't make sense. I get that a lot of people like Bethesda. I don't and what's weird to me about this, it's like I can't even understand why somebody can like it. That's what's weird.
Any last words?
Like I can't like that's like I can imagine why like people can get into like weird I can imagine why somebody would be gay. I can understand why somebody would believe the earth is flat. I can understand why somebody thinks moon landing is flat. Like yeah, I can see where they're coming from. Like I get it. But like I can't I cannot wrap my head around the fact that people
Deploying.
Your presence is strong.
I'm actually having like this is okay, let's move on.
Our minds awaken.
There's something about this that just really sets me the fuck off, man.
The anima are restless.
Just
Go ahead.
Just too many loading screens and too many empty, boring planets to explore.
Your
but
presence
this
is
has some of
strong.
excuse because, of course, with 1,000 planets,
Control
many
group
would have to
created.
be random generated, right? But Shattered
What does
Space
the Unity
doesn't
will?
have that excuse
Control
anymore
group
because it's one
created.
big location,
Your
but it
presence is
still
strong.
falls flat.
Control group created.
And we also used to give an excuse for Fallout 76, because it was also something different, right? It's
Just a
online.
game.
But where do the excuses stop, and when do we accept that Bethesda just has changed? I guess you can give one last final
Let the
excuse,
bidding
that
commence.
Starfield tried something different. But for many people this was their last chance. But for the people that do want to give another chance, Elder Scrolls...
the only thing that Starfield did well was the shipbuilding. I will grant you that the shipbuilding was pretty good,
Control group created.
but that's it. That's the only thing. This guy's the exact same thing. Yeah, I just Elder Scrolls 6 is their last chance. I've heard that.
Complete.
Scrolls 6 have no excuses anymore. It's called Elder Scrolls. It's their most beloved IP. It's not
Focus on the L in Elder Scrolls.
online. It's not a different IP. It's a single player experience we all want from Bethesda.
Complete.
But many people are afraid it isn't going to be what
We
they
have
hope
cleansed
it
the
will
planet
be.
of heathens.
They're afraid it isn't going to give that same experience
Another
as
planet
Morrowind,
joins the
as
Unity.
Oblivion, as Skyrim.
Well, like, what do you think? Like, do you think that they're gonna be like, yeah, we put all the bad writers and we had them do Starfield, and we had all the
We
good
are
writers do
ready.
Elder Scrolls.
The auction prize belongs to you.
What? Like, we've got to be like, I mean, how many circles of coping are we in? What? What are we thinking here?
Maximum civilian orbit slots
And I'm
reached.
afraid for that as well. My most beloved IP, I just want Elder Scrolls 6 to be good, just
Hostility
like their
research
previous
complete.
games. They're all
More units are required.
and maybe some people from
I actually think that there is
Your
a
presence
massive
is
problem with
strong.
fantasy stories. And I think so many fantasy stories nowadays are so boring and bland that nobody has innovated and made anything interesting.
Civilian structure complete.
I don't think a lot of them are interesting. I think they're just, yeah, Witcher 3 was great.
Civilian
Yeah, why
structure
was The Witcher
complete.
3 great? Because it's built off of a story that was, like, massively fucking popular, right?
Civilian structure
Sure.
complete. Commerce
Like, I
upgrade
need
complete.
to, like, and the thing is, like, yeah, somebody said in chat, Freerin, it
Civilian
doesn't have to
structure
be like
complete.
this. You'll hate Baldur's Gate 3? Why would I hate Baldur's Gate 3?
The anima are restless.
Uh,
Our
Elden Ring,
vengeance
yeah,
is
but like
yours.
Elden Ring had like a lot of like
Control
Elden Ring didn't have like a
created.
narrative in the same way that like Starfield has a narrative or even Sekiro has a narrative. Like Elden Ring is it's all
More
very
credits
like
are required.
esoteric and it's like, you know, little pieces
Civilian
of lore
structure
that you have to put
complete.
together. It's not really a narrative in the same way.
Civilian structure complete.
Bethesda will watch this and think I'm very rude
Suveg,
towards
yeah.
the games. But again, for the third time, you used to make my favorite game of all time. I want your games to
Hostility
be good.
research
A lot
tier
of
complete.
people want your games to be
I remember
Civilian
making this
structure
video
complete.
about World of Warcraft in
Army research
2018.
complete.
Yeah, I made this video 6 years ago.
again. Please make Elder Scrolls 6 great again.
Oh
It sounds like
God.
I'm Trump for America, but
Oh
no,
God.
we
No.
really want Elder Scrolls
I
6
said the
to
same
be
thing
good.
after
It's
upgrade
good,
again.
like the
No.
previous games.
Planet item ready.
And the magic is still
Insufficient
there.
He doesn't-
Why do
he
you
doesn't
think
know.
So many people
Civilian
still
structure
play Skyrim?
complete.
13 years
Our
after
vengeance
its
is
Oh,
yours.
God.
surely more people play Skyrim more than Starfield.
Control
You can start a new
created.
save and experience what made those games so great. And I just hope
Done
Elder
and
Scrolls 6
dusted.
will be
We
great.
await your command.
But I am afraid.
It
But
should be.
please let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy Starfield? Did you enjoy this expansion? And are you hopeful for Elder Scrolls 6? Or are you also afraid? Please share it with me in the comments down below. Because I do read
Vengeance
them
is a
all.
cruel
Sorry for my
mistress.
rambling in this video, but thank you if you made it this far. And if
The
you want to
anima
see
are
more
restless.
like this, or, you know, subscribe. And
Our
like this
vengeance
stupid
is
video if you
yours.
agree with my thoughts.
Control
Or,
group
you know,
created.
dislike it if you don't agree. But do share it
We'll
with me in the comments down
consider
below
it.
what you
Man.
guys think, because I'm really curious where you guys stand.
Planet item ready.
Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.
I feel bad for this guy, man. I really do. Like I'll link you guys the video. It's only got 41 likes. Okay, it's only got 200 views. Give the guy a view. Give him a sub. He's got 7,000 subs. Bro,
Exotics
this guy
have been unveiled by our
he
scribes.
needs something in
Army
his life.
research complete.
Like we gotta do something for him. Like this is just. He sounds poison. It's just. I feel so bad. Like Skyrim, Fallout, and Oblivion are fantastic games. I'm glad you like them. I'm happy that you're happy.
Mining upgrade complete. Hostility research complete.
I'm just so. It's, as I said, it's the one thing, it's like, it's the one type of game that I can't understand why a person plays. Like, I can understand why somebody plays Farm Simulator, because it's like they just want to be a farmer. It's like, you know, a chill game. I cannot... I don't get it. I don't like, I'm just... Oh, God.
The anima are
I just don't
restless.
understand, man. I really just don't. Just for the mods. I think that, like, some people might think that I have an irrational hate for these games. And I want to let you know that you're probably completely right.
The anima are restless.
Probably completely right. And I can't stop it. I can't. Oh, it just makes me so fucking mad. I don't know what to do. It's completely justified. Look, I think it is. Okay? That's my opinion. That's how I feel.
Hostility research complete. Maximum civilian orbit slots reached.
That's the problem I think that games have, is that whenever a game tells you what to do, it robs you from the sense of accomplishment that you get from figuring out how to do it. This is actually interesting. People have been talking about, you know, guidelines and things like that for games a lot. Here we go.
So there's been a bit of a discourse lately that's been brewing on a few sites like Twitter and whatnot over the last week or so, and it has to do with the nature of signposting in games, which naturally piqued my game design brain's interest to investigate further. Essentially, what kicked everything off was the demo for the latest installment in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. A user posted this image talking about how the yellow paint virus has infected Final Fantasy, referencing how a lot of modern titles have been using random splatterings of paint, typically yellow or white, to help direct players as to where they need to go. And it seems like a lot of players are starting to get tired of this trope. Now, to explain, what this is a game design element called signposting. And signposting is a pretty self-explanatory concept. It is quite literally just any means of helping direct a player towards more of a game's content. The same way that you might come across a literal sign helping direct people towards a nearby town. Signposting itself can take many distinct forms. Something as simple as a mini-map with icons on it or a quest marker is a form of signposting that directs a player towards content using the game's user interface. But many games these days are trying to implement more diegetic signposting, meaning that instead of using a meta element, such as the aforementioned quest markers in the UI, they're trying to incorporate their signposting more into the world itself, using things like literal signs that exist in the world or other techniques such as
I think things like this make sense. The problem is whenever you see the yellow paint, you realize that you're playing a video game in a way that you don't whenever it's not there. It's like an immersion thing. It's not a problem. I don't think it's a really big problem either. But, like, so here's the thing. The problem is that the reason why games have this is because a lot of game developers, this is my opinion, a lot of game developers aren't very good at communicating directions. Like, there are a lot of quests and things like that in games where they don't really tell you what the fuck to do. So, like, you don't know, there's no indicator or feedback of what the right option is. You just have to decide, oh, well, I'm just going to keep trying random things until something works. So getting lost sucks? Yeah, getting lost does suck, and not knowing what to do also sucks. And there are things that, like, for example, like very, very good games are able to do this intuitively. So, like, for example, you know, you have, like, in Monster Hunter, there are different things that you can intuitively do. They don't have to necessarily tell you to do this, or Elden Ring is the same thing, good example. It's just that, again, like in Dragon's Dogma, it's like there's a lever and the lever thing isn't there. Well, then go get it and then put it in the lever. They don't have to tell you to go put it in the lever because you see a broken lever and you get the new lever and you put it in there and it's obvious, right? And so that's the problem I think that games have, is that whenever a game tells you what to do, it robs you from the sense of accomplishment that you get from figuring out how to do it. But the issue is that a lot of game developers can't make a game that can give you that sense of accomplishment because the tools that you're given to solve the problem are incoherent or incomplete. So that's generally what I think happens, is that things are not communicated well, and these different levels of hand-holding effectively are done because the developer doesn't have time to create a more intuitive or a better designed puzzle. That's what I think it is.
The path you need to traverse, or yes, covering things in yellow paint, which brings us to the topic of discussion. Why are so many people getting upset at this use of yellow paint as a form of signposting? Well, first things first, there is one argument that I've seen that I think is mostly a straw man argument, or at the very least I hope it is, which is that some people are just saying that signposting as a concept is overly handholdy and players should have to actually explore and understand their environment to progress instead of having the game tell you where to go so explicitly. Now, the reason why I hope that this is not a real argument that people are making is because nearly every game worth its salt has signposting in it.
The problem, but that's not really what the issue is. The issue is whenever it's overt and it's bad. It's kind of like good editing or good CGI. It's invisible whenever it is done well. So the fact that people are complaining about it at all means that it's not being done well. Like in Dark Souls 1, here's a great example. In Dark Souls 1, you are completely led where to go. It's like whenever you go in and you fight the Asylum Demon for the first time, the door literally opens on the left. It's obvious what to do, right? If you're paying attention. Then it's like, again, it even says, as the bird is taking you over to Lordran, you need to hit the fucking bells. Figure out where the bells are. One's really high, one's really low. Go down there. That is also, in a way, directing the player. So it's not like you're really starting Dark Souls 1 with a completely directionless approach. And then even after that, like whenever you get the Lord Vessel, Guinevere literally tells you, your job is to get these things, and then you put them in the bowl, and then you kill the guy. Well, there it is. You know what to do. Even Legend of Zelda back in the day. What do you do in Legend of Zelda? Well, you go to the different castles, you get the castles, and they tell you what to do. It's just that it's done in a way that's not immersion breaking. Were you aware of the yellow paint issue before watching this video? Yeah, I'd seen people talk about it before, absolutely.
How Mario starts on the left side of the screen and faces towards the right is a form of signposting that tells the player which direction they need to go in order to progress. The fact of the matter is that most games need to have signposting in them.
And also there's like immediate feedback whenever you do the wrong thing. Like if you turn the other way in Mario, you can't go anywhere. So it's like just by process of elimination, oh, I keep trying to go left, I can't go left. Well, I guess I'm gonna try and go right.
Help direct players as to where they need to go, especially
Here's another example. In Dark Souls 1, how do you know where the ladders are in Blighttown? The torches. That's right. There's torches by every ladder.
Games grow more complex and detailed, and the way forwards becomes less and less inherently obvious. And also keep in mind, signposting isn't always just about directions. It can also be used to denote things like what you can and cannot interact with in a level. Like how in Half-Life 2, all of the boxes with actual supplies in them are designed to be extremely unique in shape to help differentiate them from all the other generic breakable crates in the game, so that the player doesn't have to waste time breaking every box they come across hoping that it'll have supplies in it. Stuff like that is still technically a form of signposting. However, despite how absurd the idea of removing all forms of signposting from a game is, that is not to say that the people decrying the use of yellow paint are necessary.
That's not what people want.
Wrong. There is clearly an issue here that needs to be addressed, and I think that Sam Winkler, a narrative director at Gearbox, put it best. Inevitably, in almost any given game, players will need to be handled at some point. But they don't want to know that they're being handled.
Exactly, yeah. Because like the moment that like you're being led along and they're telling you what to do, you no longer own the accomplishment of the success. Yeah, there it is.
Essentially what he's getting at is that signposting absolutely always needs to be in a game. Anyone who has done any amount of playtesting can confirm how frustrating it can be to watch a new player have absolutely no idea where to go.
I wonder who he's talking about. Probably some fucking dumbass. Probably some idiot.
In your level. But people
Which, by the way, like, I've seen other people play video games for the first time. They're even stupider than I am.
Your presence is strong.
I'll watch them all the time. Streamers play games like, oh, what do you mean you can't figure this out? Oh, you ran into it again? Wow, I'm surprised you ran into fire. It's setting on fire again? Uh-huh.
Done and dusted.
But like having a handheld. They want to feel like they figured out the path forwards themselves, even though usually they'll end up needing some help along the way. the ultimate lesson here is that ideally, signposting needs to be something that is simultaneously obvious while also...
That's the same reason why people complain about easy modes in games. Because, like, for example, like, you can get really good gear in Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring and one-shot the bosses. But being able to do that is effectively turning on an easy mode, but at the same time, that easy mode is earned by the player. So, like, the player has a sense of accomplishment for being able to access this. It's not like they are consciously choosing to say that I'm bad at the video game.
Something that is invisible so that the player doesn't even realize that they're being led around by the designers.
Yeah.
Now, that might sound like a paradox, but I think that this is actually very similar in concept to things like how good tutorials are designed, or even how good CGI is used in a movie.
So as an example,
if you watch channels like Corridor Digital or any other visual effects artist, then you're probably familiar with the term of the best CGI is invisible. Lots of people decry the use of CGI in movies because
it's the stupidest thing.
Things look fake, but that's because the only CGI you recognize is bad CGI. Whereas the best CGI blends into a scene seamlessly to avoid pulling you out of a movie. Similarly, in games, people don't like having to read a million text boxes or look at one of these dumb controller charts for a tutorial. If you've watched stuff like Aaron's Sequelitis on Mega Man X or...
Yeah, this has always been a complaint that I've had with games, is because, like, I'm the kind of person that, like, I very, very quickly lose interest with following directions, and I like to learn things through trial and error. Like, I learn the right thing to do by doing everything else wrong.
1.5 million video essays about Super Mario 1-1, then you've no doubt been familiarized with this concept of an invisible tutorial that teaches the player naturally through gameplay without even making the player realize that they're being taught.
Like, there's that, and then, like, super long story expositions at the beginning of games. Like, those are the two things I hate about video game starts. Like, my favorite types of games are, like, Elden Ring, where it's like there is a tutorial in Elden Ring. Because you can either go up into Limgrave, or you can go down and do the tutorial, where you fight the Soldier of Godric. So, like, even Elden Ring has a tutorial, but you're not realizing it. Yeah, get right into the action learned by experience. Exactly. Yeah, like, I hate games. It's like, I remember I played, like, Honkai Star Rail, and Honkai Third Impact was the same thing, where they're just using all these proper nouns of, like, these events and these things. It's like, how can any person... like, realistically keep track of all of this at the same time? Because, like, I view people's memory generally as, like, a web. So, like, if you don't have any frame of reference for what somebody is telling you, you're probably going to forget it really fast. So, like, not only are you overloading the person with a lot of information, but they're going to forget the information anyway. So you're just wasting your time. You're wasting everybody's time.
So essentially the heart of the issue is how do we direct players with invisible signposts while still making sure that the signs themselves are obvious enough for everyone to see. It's a delicate balance to achieve. When the signposts are too obvious, you get yellow paint and its contemporaries, where everyone just sees it as blatant hand-holding. But if it's too subtle, then you risk lots of players getting lost and missing out on content, if not just entirely dropping the game altogether.
And you also have, by the way, there are just simply the problem of developers that do not communicate ideas very well in games. And, like, there are also games that are done that way intentionally. And you can say that, like, okay, this is a design decision, and we are intentionally making this ambiguous so the player has to figure it out. But I think the problem, like, the problem with that can sometimes be that if people have to figure it out, they're just going to look it up. And so, like, you kind of reach, like, this, the perfect, like, middle ground is whenever the player could look it up, but it also is intuitive to solve, so then the player chooses to solve it themselves rather than looking it up. Like, for example, like, this is the way that I as I said, I've been playing Dragon's Dogma 1 off screen every night. And I finally, I fought the Griffin. I killed it last night, but the night before that, I had to bait the Griffin out. And there was no intuitive reason that I would have to kill a goblin and then put a goblin in the indicator for baiting the Griffin. Like, there's no way that I could intuit that as an individual, because if I stood in it, if the griffin is a problem for people and it's eating people, then why wouldn't me being the bait serve as bait? It doesn't make sense, right? So I think that really like making sure that a video game has very strong internal logic is hyper important. Like, because if you have strong internal logic, you can create situations where a player can intuit what to do and how to solve a problem. The pawns tell you? I don't think that they did. Yeah, they said the pawns tell you to put a goblin there? No. They didn't tell me. You turned off chatter? No, I turned it back on. It depends on pawn personality. Okay, well, either way, right? So, like, my experience in the game. There's no way for me to intuit that or understand what to do, right? And so I think that if you do make something that's so obscure and hard to understand, that then people will just immediately look it up themselves. That's the difference. So like you have to like have that middle ground where it's not just so arcane and so esoteric that you can't even begin to figure it out. And unless like you've like kind of done like 15 different types of trial and error. But you also don't want to have it be yellow paint.
Well, that's the thing. This isn't actually an argument about signposting. Yeah. Many people think it's about the implementation of it. I originally thought it was about signposting. But in reality, what's actually being discussed here is the nature of being
verisimilitude.
Verisimilitudinous.
Oh my god.
That doesn't mean real. That means a plausible simulation of real. You know it's fake, but it feels acceptable. You can buy it. You can suspend disbelief.
Oh yes, thank you, Dan Olson. But yeah, it's that. The issue people have with yellow paint isn't that it's just a form of signposting. It's that it isn't a verisimilitudinous form of signposting. It doesn't feel like it fits.
It doesn't make you feel like you're a fucking idiot. It's like, oh, go do this quest. The quest is over there. Run over there.
Logistics upgrade complete.
Well, I mean, fuck. Seems pretty simple. It's kind of boring. It's like WoW Quest. Yeah, exactly.
Game. Having all of these random handholds and other markings just so happen to be covered in the same yellow paint just looks weird and out of place without some kind of justification.
Yeah.
Like, let's compare this to some other games, such as Valve's catalog with Half-Life and Portal, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, most of Valve's games include developer commentaries that can be a great way to learn some game design fundamentals for those of you that are interested. But one thing that gets brought up a lot in some of these discussions is how they direct players throughout their games. A very common technique that they like to use is to place the player in a darker environment and then use light to direct the player to the path forwards.
Just like Blight Town and the ladders in Dark Souls 1. There it is. It's right there.
There's a million ways to justify a simple light source existing.
And also, From Software did it again, or before actually this, with Demon Souls in the swamp area.
Environment, so it almost never feels strange or out of place. Sure, having only a single street lamp working might seem weird in the real world, but in a post-apocalyptic setting like Half-Life where everything is run down and decrepit, it makes sense that the player doesn't question it. But they use lots of much more obvious and explicit forms of signposting too. For example, I've seen some people bring up how blatant some of the graffiti in Portal is, with literal arrows pointing the player towards hidden content because playtesters kept on missing it. But there's two interesting points to be made about this. For one, like I said, I think that this feels a lot more verisimilitudinous because it's immediately understandable that another human being left these messages, because you're walking through a test chamber that clearly other people have gone through. So it adds...
Yeah, no, that does make sense. Makes a lot of sense.
To the story that you aren't the first test subject to go through these trials.
It's like another good example of this I'm thinking of is, you know, in the Helldivers 2, the tutorial, where like there's a bunch of like, I think bullet holes and like shit, and like maybe, I don't know if it's dead people or something like that, like right before you go up against those two big like turrets that shoot you. So like, you know, oh my god, like I want to move down, right? There's blood. Yeah, I forgot exactly what it was.
Might have been many more people before you who have lost their minds in these chambers. Of course, people would leave graffiti in that circumstance, especially if they found something that they want future test subjects to try and find as well.
Sure.
But the second thing that I find interesting and kind of hilarious when people talk about Portal signposting is that they rarely talk about the actual main test chamber levels themselves. Like, you cannot get much more explicitly signposted than you do in Portal's fundamental level design. every chamber is a featureless white room with almost nothing to interact with beyond the relevant puzzle elements, like buttons.
I think also like another big issue with this is that a lot of the dialogue on the internet about this comes from people that are extreme gamers. You know, these are hardcore, capital G, video game aficionados, okay? Like, they've been playing video games for 20 years. They have, you know, there's their top 50 video games. What do whenever they're bored? They play video games. So, like, a lot of video games, if you've played, for example, like, for me in Elden Ring was easy for me to understand what to do because I played every Dark Souls game. I played Bloodborne, I played Demon Souls, and then I also played Sekiro. So guess what? Whenever I play Elden Ring, I understand what to do intuitively because I've played all these other games. It's the same thing as like whenever I played Monster Hunter, like I had problems picking up some things. Like for example, the menus didn't make sense to me. Why is that? Because I hadn't played a lot of games that were built for console and ported to PC. I just hadn't played games like that. And so like the intuition that a person would have to go through certain actions just wasn't there because I never developed that knowledge. I never even knew that this was a thing. And so, like, here's a really good example. How many of you guys have a parent or a grandparent who doesn't know how to turn on or turn off an appliance, right? Many people. And how many of those appliances have the button on it that has the circle with the line down the middle, right? And so all of them have that. But the parent doesn't know that because they don't have that baseline of knowledge. They have no idea. Like, for example, like your grandparents, like, so, you know, your grandpa might have known how to fucking build a car, but he doesn't understand the universal power signal, right? And so that's what the issue is that a lot of times whenever people complain about this, they don't realize that, like, they are the extreme and they know all of this stuff already. And so, of course, it's easy for them. It's like, for example, like, here's another good point. Remember whenever I talk about how WoW is really easy, or sorry, WoW is really hard, and then you have people in chat that are saying it's easy, and I like look at their account, and they've been playing for 15 years? I mean, fuck, if you've been playing 15 years, it better be fucking easy by now. I mean, holy shit, man. Right? And so it's people they're not even aware of the extent of their knowledge.
The cubes, every button has an explicit label on it with a dotted line directing you to what puzzle element it interacts with. Every level's exit door is explicitly designed and labeled the exact same way to ensure that the player knows exactly where the goal of each level is and what needs to be done to unlock it. I mean, hell, there is a literal gigantic 10-foot tall glowing sign at the start of every level that tells you what every element you have to interact with will be for that level. And yet, I've seen almost nobody involved in this discourse, even when explicitly talking about Portal, ever bring this up. And why is that? Because Portal explicitly takes place.
It doesn't make you look like a fucking idiot. It doesn't make you think like you're a fucking idiot. That's the problem. This discussion is primarily about how something makes a person feel and not necessarily the reality of it.
In a setting where you're navigating artificially created test chambers created by humans for other humans to navigate and solve. If you took Portal's test chamber signposting and put it in virtually any other game, then yeah, it would be just as, if not far more, blatantly handholdy and out of place as some people claim yellow paint is. But because of the setting that is established for Portal, these puzzle elements work perfectly fine.
Another good example of this is in Armored Core 6. Whenever you're in the training regiment, you're literally in a simulation, and the simulation is created and designed in a way for you to do training. So it doesn't feel like you're being handheld in the same way. It's context, yeah, exactly.
As a means of directing the player to where they need to go and what they can and cannot interact with. This is also why whenever you finally break free of the test chambers in Portal, suddenly all of the explicit puzzle element signposting completely disappears, because it would no longer make any sense for these elements to exist outside of the test chambers. Thus the game shifts towards much more relatively subtle forms of signposting, like using the aforementioned method of having light sources direct the
Whatever,
player
Unity
instead.
wills.
Essentially, the main takeaway, in my opinion, is that signposting can be as blatantly
Whatever,
obvious as
Unity
you want as a
wills.
designer, but only if it makes sense in the world that you establish. Otherwise, you risk breaking that precious verisimilitudeness that...
It's the fucking immersion, right? It's like it takes you out of the game. It's the same reason why I think that it's bad if video games have... Like, if there's ever a time that you can access a video game shop from the game itself, it's not a good thing. And like, you can never see USD or anything like that because it takes you out of the immersion of the game. Like, Final Fantasy XIV doesn't have that, and I think it's a great thing.
Last words?
I wish more games didn't.
That causes the player to question your level design or otherwise break their suspension of disbelief. To try and bring this discussion towards a close,
and it's also like, think about which one is harder to do. To create an internal game logic system that is intuitive to players, that will allow players to logically deduce what the next action that they should take is inside of the video game.
Are restless.
Or you just paint the thing yellow. That way they know where to go. You put an arrow. Well, I'd say, I'd say the arrows are a lot easier, and the yellow is a lot easier, and I think that's why it happens too. Is it's much easier to do that.
Example I really want to talk about is how Half-Life 2 literally also uses yellow paint as a form of signposting too, but it does so in such a way that I don't think anyone complains about. There are a variety of caches with extra ammo and healing items strewn throughout the game, but they're always marked by these spray-painted yellow lambda symbols. So, oh no, they're using yellow paint, that means it's terrible, right? Well, that's the thing. The game provides context for their existence. In Half-Life 2, you were literally traversing a secret underground railroad for refugees trying to escape from the Combine. Thus, it's understandable that they would use some sort of Thieves' Cant-style symbology to try and denote secret caches of supplies for other travelers.
Right.
It's implied that dozens, if not hundreds of other people have used this railroad before Gordon, and you encounter tons of people that are still actively maintaining it as you make the journey yourself. So of course they've left signs and supplies to help each other out along the way. So that just goes to show that given the right context, even the dreaded yellow paint itself can be used as an effective means of signposting without making it feel too handholdy or like it's breaking the player's immersion.
People just don't like to feel stupid. Like, I don't know what else besides that, that's it.
I mean, to use one more direct example, Horizon Forbidden West also highlights every single ledge and climbable object with a bright yellow marking. But again, the difference is that in Horizon, the main character, Aloy, has a magic iPhone earpiece that can project augmented reality holograms over her vision. So naturally, she simply programmed it to highlight ledges like this to help her out on her journeys. So yeah, ultimately, the core of this whole issue is really more about the fact that more and more games are trying to implement more diegetic gameplay elements. You know, stuff like how every element of Dead Space's UI is meant to be justified in universe. But some developers seem to struggle with implementing certain elements like signposting into their game's universe seamlessly.
Because it takes longer, and, like, they have limited time. So I think that's really the issue, right? And so like if you take that one step farther, what do probably all of the games that are rushed and people don't have time in order to fix the intuitive design of the game, what do they probably all have in common? That also affected other elements of gameplay as well. So almost every single game that probably has these like really, really obvious blatant examples of this was probably rushed in a way that made it to where the developers were probably not able to fully cook everything else as well. You see what my point is? How it creates kind of like that confirmation bias of every game that also has this kind of stuff might also have problems because this kind of stuff is an indicator of either bad devs or devs that don't have enough time. That point makes no fucking sense. No, actually, no, really? Yeah, am I explaining that in a good way? Because I think that, like, if, in my mind, it makes a lot of sense. Am I saying it in the wrong way? Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, yeah, all right, good.
be fair, I think I do prefer to be guided by the game's level design and art assets more than a simple compass or minimap. But if your signposts are going to be as blatantly obvious and out of place as just highlighting every interactable object with random unjustified yellow paint splatters or something to that effect, then maybe you might as well just make it a part of the game's UI instead, as that might be less immersive breaking than trying to eat your cake and have it too.
I think also like another factor of this is because a lot of players don't like getting lost and they don't like being annoyed. And so and now like video games, because of streaming and YouTube videos and like the fixation around like min-maxing, a lot of video games are built to be min-maxed. And so because of that, players ask for these tools because I think that average players are much more goal-oriented than they were maybe 10 years ago or 15 years ago. So now a lot more people want this kind of stuff because like you obviously see people complaining about it, but you also see people that are complaining about it not being easy to understand as well. And then people stop it. Nobody asked for it? No, I think that like whenever you say nobody asked for it, you're right. Because nobody in your community asked for it because they are making these changes for people that are not you. So like these changes and like these types of hand-holding basically are done for people that aren't going on Twitter to talk about video games. These are people that like play a new video game once every 3 months and you know, they play it for 2 hours, you know, every 3 days. Who cares if a single game holds your hands? Some people need that shit, so don't play it, so don't go. Some don't, so don't go play another game. Well, no, I mean, like, I would say that it's like for sure better to have a game that has internal logic that allows players to intuit decisions rather than telling a player what the decision they should make is. I think it's boring.
There are also plenty of really simple signposting techniques that still don't rely on stuff like minimaps, while also trying to not be diegetic. Things like how in some games you can simply hit a button to automatically rotate the camera in the direction that you're meant to go, or maybe a different button that highlights every interactable object on screen
Final Fantasy 16
for a
had
few
that.
seconds.
With the
These sorts of things, in my opinion, work really well to help guide players that are stuck, and it's a technique that simultaneously isn't trying to be diegetic while also avoiding cluttering the screen with excess permanent UI elements. It's available.
Well, there's also another factor of this is that a lot of games, there are a lot of, and this started kind of, I think, like the first like main big game that was like really breakout for this was probably The Last of Us, is that there are a lot of games that are effectively a cinematic experience that are, you know, that have added gameplay elements. Like, it's not like this isn't really like a huge, like, difficult video game. The purpose of the game is to let a person play through the story and play through the events. So this type of design isn't as important.
Entertaining offers.
At all times for anyone that might get stuck at any part of the game,
because people
while
are playing
also
for
being
that.
completely invisible and unnecessary, so that players that don't get stuck aren't forced to use them. Ultimately, I do understand why so many games use yellow paint.
Yeah, of course.
It's really simple, effective, and easy to implement, and you want your game to be completable by as many people as possible. So you're going to want to minimize.
I don't know if I would agree that people completing the game is necessarily a massive metric for success. I think that like there's a lot of people that complete games, but the game wasn't very good. And I think there's other games, like for example, I bet a lot of people who played Elden Ring didn't complete Elden Ring.
Production
But
of
they
the
probably liked the
item
game
is
a lot.
complete.
Another
Not
bidder
the
has
time that any
claimed
given
the
player
auction.
might be lost or
It should be dependent based off like why
at the end
somebody
of
stops
the day,
playing.
it's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't think anyone is actively going to avoid a game like Resident Evil 4 or Final Fantasy 7 just because it has yellow paint.
Yeah, nobody
And if
gives
you're
a shit.
unable to get the time or resources to implement something
Most people, like, this is the same thing, like I said, with like, you know, having like politics in a game or like woke shit in a game. Like, nobody's gonna probably like, it never makes a good game bad or a bad game good, but it can make a good game better or a bad game worse.
then typically you're going to want to lean a little bit more on the hand-holdy side of things, since that's going to help out more players than it's going to annoy.
Victory is at hand.
But
yeah,
I do think it is
and
also
also like keep in mind that it might look like on the internet it annoys way more people than it helps, That's because, again, on the internet, you are completely surrounded by other people that are lifelong video game players.
Mining upgrade complete.
It's a different dynamic.
To call games out for having poorly implemented diegetic signposting in the same way that people call out games for having overly
Yeah, exactly.
tutorials. It is something worth critiquing that could be done a lot better, and if nobody says anything, then developers won't have any reason to try and improve their techniques. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and as always, I'm happy to continue the conversation in the comments down below. What's your stance on the whole yellow paint debate? Do you think I'm right in saying that it's less about the nature of signposting and more about how well integrated the signposting is in the game world? Or do you think it's something else? Feel free to let me know. And if you liked what you saw, remember to leave me a like. If you want to see me make more videos like this, then make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so that you can get notified of when I make more videos in the future. And if you really want to help the channel grow, then you can become a member or donate to my Ko-Fi to help me keep doing what I'm doing. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.
This is a really good video. I'm gonna be honest. I really like this video. I think that he gave a lot of really good examples, and like for me, like whenever I'm seeing this, I think about like all the examples that I know about. I'll link you guys the video. This is a great video. Like it only has 5,000 views, so like yeah, try to give this guy a sub and a like. It's only got 2,000 subs. Yeah, this is really well done. Especially for a channel that's pretty small about this. Absolutely. Yeah, there's the video. It's like people claiming a game is sinking because that's 0.5 Metacritic. You look at the data, only 2K people out of the 100,000 people have actually voted. Yeah, but I mean, like, most good games don't have a 0.5 rating though, right? And so, like, even then, I think it's important to keep in mind. But to me, like, I think that the main problem is whenever a game does it and it makes the player feel stupid or it breaks the immersion of the game. And I think also like it denies the player the ability to solve the problem themselves. Because whenever you remove the ability for the player to have a fail state or not be able to figure out what's going on, it's like if you can't lose, you also can't win. I don't think that a lot of games work very well whenever all they do is let you win and everything is like a massive guided experience. Like, for example, like World of Warcraft questing, like in Dragonflight or, you know, any of the other expansions, like it's kind of boring compared to Classic WoW, isn't it? Like, to me it is. I think that like Classic WoW is just a better game in like every single way. Now, obviously, Dragonflight, they tried to do a much different job with it, but at the end of the day, like, you're not really reading the quests, you're not really processing any of the lore or the information, you're just kind of going through them as fast as you possibly can, and I understand that in Classic WoW, you can just download an add-on, but I'm talking about, like, as a baseline experience. Like, the baseline experience, they've basically completely removed the reason to think, right? You no longer have to think, you no longer have to make decisions, and I do think that that's in a lot of cases a bad thing. And there are games, like for example, like Dragon's Dogma gives you some tools to solve problems, and some tools they don't give you. And so it's like, there are some things that are like, I would say Dragon's Dogma is a good example of having mostly very good types of like design, but like there are some things that are so ambiguous, it's like, I don't even know what to do, right? I have no idea what to do. But I think that letting people, personally, I think it's better to have things err on the side of not knowing what to do than actually knowing what to do. Because even if you don't know what to do through the game, you can always look it up. But if you already know what to do because the game tells you, you can't unlearn that information. Does that make sense? So it's better to err on the side of discovery rather than the side of, you know, security. Discovery is better than security. Security probably isn't a good word for it, but that's the best one I can come up with right now. I'll link you guys the video again.
Civilian structure complete.
We await the Unity's command.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
We seek minds to make our own.
Production of the item is complete. Hostility research complete.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress. A cleansing fire.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity.
We shall do as you command.
Harmony research complete. Not enough crystal.
Revenge awaits. The Unity calls us to action.
Commerce upgrade complete.
Powering phase engines.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Done and dusted.
We're uncertain of our next move. May we live beyond this next conquest. May we live beyond this next conquest. Vengeance is a cruel mistress. May we live beyond this next conquest.
Desecrators assault our world. Planet item ready. May our vengeance be swift.
You may speak. Phase jump underway. Our voices speak as one. Is the Unity with us? May we live beyond this next conquest.
A colonizable planet has been discovered. Hostility research complete. Not enough crystal.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
We await the Unity's command.
Our will is transcendent.
You may speak.
Control group created. Logistics upgrade complete. Control group created.
Feel our wrath.
We seek minds to make our own.
Civilian structure complete. We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity. Civilian structure complete.
We await the Unity's command.
Harmony research complete.
We shall do as you command.
Shields down! Our time has come. Unleash our wrath.
Commerce upgrade complete.
Our voices speak as one.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
We are entertaining offers.
We seek minds to make our own. The Unity calls us to action.
Civilian structure complete.
Shields down! Our time has come.
Hostility research complete. Defilers encroach upon us. Planet item ready.
You may speak. None shall survive.
Another bidder has claimed the auction.
Revenge awaits.
Our will shall be done.
We shall do as you command.
Civilian structure complete. Desecrators assault our world.
We offer the absolution of death.
Unleash our wrath. Our time has come.
Logistics upgrade complete. Military structure complete.
We await the Unity's command.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Defilers encroach upon us. Another planet joins the Unity.
Whatever the Unity wills.
Desecrators assault our world.
We await the Unity's command.
Civilian structure complete.
We await the Unity's command.
Our time has come.
The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. Harmony research complete. Upgrade logistics to unlock more civilian slots. Military structure complete.
Whatever the Unity wills.
Logistics upgrade complete.
We seek minds to make our own.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Unleash our wrath. Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Point way to next conquest.
Civilian structure complete. Not enough crystal.
We seek minds to make our own. We obey the Unity's will.
Hostility research complete. Military structure complete.
Submit to the Unity, or be eradicated.
Civilian structure complete.
We must act. So shall it be.
Desecrators assault our world.
Divine vengeance.
Planet item ready. Civilian structure complete.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress. Our shields are offline. Armor down! Only the Unity can save us now.
Let the bidding commence.
Our time has come. We are ready.
Desecrators assault our world. Civilian structure complete.
We await the Unity's command. Their worlds will burn in the Unity's flames.
Severe damage sustained. All systems are failing. The Unity will survive this loss.
Defense upgrade complete.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Our time has come. Unleash our wrath.
Control group created.
Our voices speak as one.
Unfortunately, the auction slipped from your grasp.
Desecrators assault our world. We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
We seek minds to make our own.
Desecrators assault our world.
Unleash our wrath.
Control group created. Hostility research complete.
We seek minds to make our own.
The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets.
Our time has come. At last. Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Harmony research complete.
Phase jump underway.
Another planet joins the Unity. Not enough crystal. Defense upgrade complete.
Unleash our wrath.
Control group created. Control group created.
Our voices speak as one.
Done and dusted.
The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. Units are required.
Our shields are offline. We await your command. Unleash our wrath. The Unity's will be done. At last.
unity can save us now!
The item is complete.
Harmony research complete.
Yes? I don't have all day.
Mining upgrade complete.
Severe damage sustained. All systems are failing.
We await the Unity's command.
We await your command.
We seek minds to make our own.
The Unity will survive this loss. Unleash our wrath.
Planet item ready.
Our voices speak as one.
We seek minds to make our own. We shall do as you command.
You may speak. At last.
Hostility research complete.
Phase jump underway.
We are entertaining offers.
Revenge awaits.
Defilers encroach upon us. Control group created.
Unleash our wrath.
Hostility research complete.
Revenge awaits.
Logistics upgrade complete.
The Unity's will be done.
Done and dusted.
Our will is transcendent. Military structure complete.
Is the Unity with us? Do not abandon me.
What do you want?
Control group created. Desecrators assault our world.
We obey the Unity's will.
Tell us what to do!
You opted out of bidding.
Revenge awaits.
Civilian structure complete.
Is the Unity with us? Is this the path to vengeance? Our shields are offline.
Hostility research complete. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. Civilian structure complete.
We seek minds to make our own.
Control group created.
Armor down! Only the Unity can save us now!
Powering phase engines! Shields are compromised.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Control group created.
We shall do as you command.
Control group created.
The item is complete.
Civilian structure complete.
Our time has come. Whatever the Unity wills. Shields down! Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Control group created.
Shields down!
Control group created.
We obey the Unity's will.
Witness the Unity's might! May our vengeance be swift! The moment of our vengeance is at hand! Shields down! Vengeance is a cruel mistress. Our armor is breached! Unleash our wrath! Whatever the Unity wills.
A cleansing fire. Submit to the Unity or be eradicated. A cleansing fire.
The item is complete.
Submit to the Unity or be eradicated.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Control group created.
A cleansing fire. The Unity calls us to action.
Defilers encroach upon us.
We obey the Unity's will.
Another planet joins the Unity. Control group created.
The Unity calls us to action. We obey the Unity's will.
We are entertaining offers.
Desecrators assault our world. We await your command.
We shall do as you command. The Unity calls us to action.
Commerce upgrade complete. More credits are required. Planet item ready.
You opted out of bidding.
Military structure complete. The Unity has fallen asleep on one of our planets.
The item is complete.
We obey the Unity's will.
Our shields are offline. We are ready.
We shall do as you command. The Unity calls us to action.
Control group created.
We obey the Unity's will.
Mining upgrade complete.
We shall do as you command.
The item is complete.
The Unity calls us to action.
Armor down! Only the Unity can save us now. Whatever the Unity wills. We await your command.
We obey the Unity's will. We shall do as you command.
We are ready. Whatever the Unity wills.
We obey the Unity's will.
Your arguments are compelling. I shall stand with you. Your arguments are compelling. I shall stand with you.
Hostility research complete.
The item is complete.
Your influence is undeniable. Our minds are not so easily swayed.
Mining upgrade complete.
Production of the item is complete. We await your command.
The Unity calls us to action.
We are ready.
We are entertaining offers.
Another planet joins the Unity. required. Commerce upgrade complete.
Another bidder has claimed the auction.
Planet item ready. Production of the item is complete. We are ready.
We obey the Unity's will.
Hostility research complete. Civilian structure complete. Control group created.
The item is complete.
Done and dusted.
Civilian structure complete. Logistics upgrade complete.
Whatever the Unity wills.
Harmony research complete. Civilian structure complete. Hostility research complete. Civilian structure complete. Harmony research complete. Civilian structure complete.
Production of the item is complete. The item is complete.
Civilian structure complete. Mining upgrade complete. Civilian structure complete.
We are ready.
Harmony research complete. Hostility research complete.
Whatever the Unity wills.
Civilian structure complete.
Done and dusted.
We are ready. The item is complete.
We shall do as you command.
Production of the item is complete.
Hostility research complete. Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers. Harmony research complete.
Whatever the Unity wills.
We obey the Unity's will.
We are entertaining offers.
We shall do as you command.
I am listening, my friend.
We are ready.
Control group created.
The Unity calls us to action.
Production of the item is complete.
Another bidder has claimed the auction.
Hostility research complete.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Whatever the Unity wills. We await your command.
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers. Control group created. Harmony research complete.
Production of the item is complete.
The Unity calls us to action.
Harmony research complete. More credits are required. Research rate upgrade complete. Hostility research complete.
We shall do as you command.
Shields down!
You may speak.
Revenge awaits.
Whatever the Unity wills.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity.
We obey the Unity's will.
We await your command.
We shall do as you command.
Harmony research complete. Hostility research complete.
Whatever the Unity wills.
We obey the Unity's will.
Logistics upgrade complete.
The Unity calls us to action.
The item is complete.
Planet item ready.
We are ready.
Harmony research complete.
We are ready.
Civilian structure complete.
What now, Commander?
Powering phase engines.
Control group created.
We shall do as you command.
More credits are required.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Powering phase engines.
Civilian structure complete. The Unity senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship.
Revenge awaits.
Defense upgrade complete.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
More credits are required. Harmony research complete. Our will is transcendent. We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity. More credits are required.
Item complete. New modules installed. We seek minds to make our own.
Whatever the Unity wills. The item is complete.
The Unity calls us to action.
Production of the item is complete. Hostility research complete. Planet item ready.
We obey the Unity's will.
Mining upgrade complete.
We are ready.
Done and dusted.
Harmony research complete.
We await the Unity's command.
Military structure complete.
We await your command.
We seek minds to make our own. Submit to the Unity, or be eradicated.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
Production of the item is complete.
Another planet joins the Unity. Logistics upgrade complete.
Whatever the Unity wills.
We await the Unity's command. We shall do as you command.
The item is complete.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Harmony research complete. Control group created. Control group created.
The Unity calls us to action.
Civilian structure complete.
We obey the Unity's will.
Your arguments are compelling. I shall stand with you.
We seek minds to make our own.
Harmony research complete. Control group created. Planet item ready.
Powering phase engines! We shall do as you command.
Mining upgrade complete.
Our will is transcendent.
Powering phase engines!
Civilian structure complete. Civilian structure complete.
Item complete. New modules installed.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Production of the item is complete.
They will join us or die. The Unity commands your destruction. Their worlds will burn in the Unity's flames.
Let the bidding commence.
The Unity commands your destruction.
Glory to the Unity!
The item is complete. Civilian structure complete. Harmony research complete. Complete.
A cleansing fire.
Harmony research complete. Control group created. Civilian structure complete.
No bid. You missed out.
We offer the absolution of death.
Our will is transcendent. Production of the item is complete. Harmony research complete. Civilian structure complete. Civilian structure complete. Logistics upgrade complete. Military structure complete. Harmony research complete. Hostility research complete.
The item is complete.
Submit to the Unity or be eradicated.
Civilian structure complete. Control group created.
Shields down!
Harmony research complete. Logistics upgrade complete. Hostility research complete.
Item complete. New modules installed.
Harmony research complete. We have cleansed the planet of heathens. We sense that an enemy has fallen. Their impurities no longer risk polluting the Unity. Production of the item is complete.
Shields down!
The item is complete.
Civilian structure complete. Logistics upgrade complete. Harmony research complete. More credits are required. More credits are required. Production of the item is complete. Civilian structure complete.
Item complete.
Civilian structure complete. Planet item ready.
Let the bidding commence.
We are ready. Harmony research complete.
Revenge awaits. The Unity calls us to action.
Civilian structure complete. Commerce upgrade complete.
No bid. You missed out.
Done and dusted.
More credits are required.
The completion of this item makes us stronger.
Insufficient metal. Harmony research complete.
We await the Unity's command. Powering phase engines.
The enemy has used a newly built phase jump inhibitor to trap our fleet. Commerce upgrade complete. Planet item ready. Harmony research complete.
A cleansing fire.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Insufficient metal. Another planet joins the Unity. Insufficient metal. Defilers encroach upon us.
We await the Unity's command.
Harmony research complete.
We shall do as you command. We obey the Unity's will.
Hostility research tier complete.
We shall do as you command. We seek minds to make our own.
Item complete.
They will join us or die!
Harmony research complete. Civilian structure complete.
Shields compromised. We're vulnerable. Armor down. Only the Unity can protect us now. Send aid. We are crippled.
Logistics upgrade complete.
We are destroyed. Avenge us.
Harmony research complete.
Shields down. We're exposed to attack. We cannot survive without armor.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Revenge awaits.
We are hopelessly crippled.
We seek minds to make our own. We obey the Unity's will.
We dare not stray from our path. That path is perilous.
Revenge awaits.
The item is complete.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
We shall do as you command. The Unity calls us to action.
Civilian structure complete.
Our will is transcendent.
Revenge awaits.
Unleash our wrath. The Unity's will be done. You may speak. Our voices speak as one. Your presence is strong. What lies before us? For the Unity! We await your command. Production of the item is complete. Defilers encroach upon us.
Civilian structure complete.
Off to handle your dirty work. Done and dusted.
Mining upgrade complete.
We await the Unity's command.
I need some excitement!
The enemy has used a newly built phase jump inhibitor to trap our fleet.
How about some attack orders?
Planet item ready.
The item is complete.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Revenge awaits.
Mining upgrade complete. The Unity senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship.
I am listening, my friend.
We await the Unity's command.
Desecrators assault our world.
Commanders on deck! Weapons fired up!
Desecrators assault our world. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. Not enough crystal.
We seek mines to make our own. We await the Unity's command.
Control group created.
Production of the item is complete. Whatever the Unity wills. We await your command. We are ready.
You pick 'em, I'll stick 'em. What now, Commander?
Item completion confirmed.
Got it.
Planet item ready. Military structure complete.
We await your command.
Mining upgrade complete. The unenlightened have seduced a minor faction to challenge our destiny.
We seek mines to make our own.
Whatever the Unity wills.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
We await the Unity's command.
Another planet joins the Unity.
Production of the item is complete.
We seek mines to make our own.
Control group created. Desecrators assault our world.
The Unity calls us to action.
Finally! My robots stand ready.
Desecrators assault our world. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets.
An excellent plan!
We await your command.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Planet item ready.
We seek mines to make our own.
Hostility research complete. Logistics upgrade complete.
Let the bidding commence. My forces are mobilized for your raid order.
Powering phase engines!
We await your command. Production of the item is complete.
We seek mines to make our own. We obey the Unity's will.
The item is complete.
Military structure complete. Civilian structure complete.
No bid. You missed out.
Whatever the Unity wills.
You heard the Commander!
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Defense upgrade complete.
Revenge awaits. We offer the absolution of death.
Call the shot.
Control group created.
Item completion confirmed.
Control group created.
We shall do as you command.
Hostility research complete. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Civilian structure complete. Logistics upgrade complete. Military structure complete.
We seek minds to make our own. Revenge awaits.
Need repairs?
Production of the item is complete. Control group created. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Control group created.
The Unity calls us to action.
Call him in and jump already!
Item completion confirmed.
Civilian structure complete. Our will is transcendent. Logistics upgrade complete. Desecrators assault our world.
Shields down! Any last words? Unleash our wrath.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
We seek minds to make our own.
We are ready. Whatever the Unity wills.
We await the Unity's command.
Civilian structure complete.
Submit to the Unity or be eradicated.
Item completion confirmed.
Hostility research complete. Defense upgrade complete.
We offer the absolution of death.
Production of the item is complete. The unenlightened have seduced a minor faction to challenge our destiny. Desecrators assault our world. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. Military structure complete. Whatever the Unity wills.
Time to bid. Place am I.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity. We are ready. Desecrators assault our world. Defense upgrade complete.
We seek minds to make our own.
Where to, Commander? Yes, Commander.
Revenge awaits.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Item completion confirmed.
Control group created.
The Unity calls us to action.
We have lost access to the metal market.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
We obey the Unity's will.
Hostility research complete. Desecrators assault our world. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets.
We await the Unity's command.
The future is ours. Say no more.
Production of the item is complete.
We seek minds to make our own. We obey the Unity's will.
Another planet joins the Unity. Defense upgrade complete.
We shall do as you command. You will find enlightenment in death.
The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets.
My forces are mobilized for your raid order.
Hostility research complete. Maximum civilian orbit slots reached. Defilers encroach upon us.
We await the Unity's command. We seek minds to make our own.
Control group created.
The Unity calls us to action.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Desecrators assault our world. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. We are ready. We await your command.
Item completion confirmed.
Not enough crystal. Military structure complete.
Revenge awaits.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
We obey the Unity's will.
Production of the item is complete.
A cleansing fire.
Research rate upgrade complete. The Unity senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship. We await your command. Whatever the Unity wills. We await your command. Military structure complete.
Revenge awaits. We offer the absolution of death.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Submit to the Unity or be eradicated.
Item completion confirmed.
We offer the absolution of death. A cleansing fire.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
The Unity's fleet can grow no more. Now is the time to fulfill our destiny.
We await the Unity's command.
Control group created.
We obey the Unity's will.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
We await the Unity's command. The Unity commands your destruction.
Production of the item is complete.
We seek minds to make our own.
Control group created. We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity. We are ready.
We await the Unity's command. We shall do as you command.
Military structure complete. Military structure complete.
Item completion confirmed.
Desecrators assault our world.
The Unity will survive this loss.
The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. Defilers encroach upon us.
Revenge awaits. The Unity calls us to action.
Production of the item is complete.
My forces are mobilized for your raid order.
We await your command.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
We seek mines to make our own.
Defense upgrade complete. Control group created. Military structure complete. Another planet joins the Unity. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Revenge awaits.
We await your command.
Revenge awaits. We shall do as you command.
Item completion confirmed.
Let the bidding commence.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Control group created.
Revenge awaits. Powering phase engines.
No bid. You missed out.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Control group created. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Revenge awaits. You will find enlightenment in death. Submit to the Unity or be eradicated. We offer the absolution of death.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. The Unity's fleet can grow no more. Now is the time to fulfill our destiny.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Tell us what to do! Is this the path to vengeance? Shields down! Item completion confirmed. Our armor is breached!
Defilers encroach upon us.
Revenge awaits. We await the Unity's command.
Control group created.
We shall do as you command.
Is the Unity with us? We are severely crippled.
Our will is transcendent.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress. We're going down!
Revenge awaits.
Control group created. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Powering phase engines.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress. Item completion confirmed.
Submit to the Unity or be eradicated.
Unenlightened have seduced a minor faction to challenge our destiny. Production of the item is complete. We await your command.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
We await the Unity's command. A cleansing fire.
Our shields are offline.
We await the Unity's command. They will join us or die.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
The item is complete.
The Unity calls us to action.
Another planet joins the Unity. Armor down! Only the Unity can save us now! We are ready.
We shall do as you command.
Commerce upgrade complete.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Off to handle your dirty work.
Mountain of crystal. Planet item ready.
Powering phase engines.
Let the bidding commence.
The Unity commands your destruction.
Severe damage sustained. All systems are failing.
The Unity calls us to action. We obey the Unity's will.
No bid. You missed out.
We offer the absolution of death.
Our shields are offline. Logistics upgrade complete.
Yes, boss?
Desecrators assault our world. Control group created.
Submit to the Unity or be eradicated.
The item is complete.
We await your command.
Shields down! Our armor is breached!
Revenge awaits. We offer the absolution of death. We shall do as you command.
Civilian structure complete. Our will is transcendent. Whatever the Unity wills. Commerce upgrade complete. We are ready.
The item is complete.
We await your command.
The Unity calls us to action.
Civilian structure complete. Control group created. Planet item ready. Control group created.
We seek minds to make our own. We obey the Unity's will.
Defilers encroach upon us. Maximum civilian orbit slots reached. Production of the item is complete. The unenlightened have seduced a minor faction to challenge our destiny.
We seek minds to make our own.
Defense upgrade complete. Desecrators assault our world. Civilian structure complete. Whatever the Unity wills. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Planet item ready. Not enough crystal. Civilian structure complete.
Revenge awaits.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
The Unity calls us to action.
The item is complete.
Another planet joins the Unity. Production of the item is complete.
Revenge awaits. We obey the Unity's will.
Civilian structure complete. Military structure complete. The Unity senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship.
Powering phase engines.
Civilian structure complete. Mining upgrade complete.
Revenge awaits.
Time to bid. Place some eye.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. We are ready.
The Unity calls us to action.
Planet item ready. Civilian structure complete. Whatever the Unity wills.
We await the Unity's command.
Control group created. Civilian structure complete.
You may speak. Vengeance is at hand.
Whatever the Unity wills.
You've won the auction, mate.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. We are ready. Civilian structure complete.
The item is complete.
Defilers encroach upon us.
We await the Unity's command. The enemy will know our wrath. We shall do as you command.
We await your command. Desecrators assault our world.
Firing all turrets.
Civilian structure complete. Production of the item is complete. We are ready. Logistics upgrade complete. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. We are ready.
We await the Unity's command. We seek minds to make our own.
Our shields are offline.
They will join us or die. A cleansing fire. We obey the Unity's will.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
The Unity calls us to action.
Civilian structure complete. Civilian structure complete. Civilian structure complete. We await your command. Logistics upgrade complete.
The item is complete.
Another planet joins the Unity. Civilian structure complete. Whatever the Unity wills. Our will is transcendent. Production of the item is complete. We are ready.
The Unity calls us to action.
Civilian structure complete. Control group created.
We obey the Unity's will.
Civilian structure complete. Logistics upgrade complete. Hostility research complete.
Powering phase engines.
Whatever the Unity wills.
We await the Unity's command.
Planet item ready. Civilian structure complete.
The item is complete.
Revenge awaits.
Production of the item is complete. We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity.
Their worlds will burn in the Unity's flames.
Civilian structure complete.
Revenge awaits.
Defense upgrade complete.
We shall do as you command.
Let the bidding commence.
We seek minds to make our own. The Unity calls us to action.
Defilers encroach upon us.
You will find enlightenment in death. Submit to the Unity or be eradicated.
Civilian structure complete.
We shall do as you command.
Whatever the Unity wills.
We await the Unity's command.
Hostility research complete.
No bid. You missed out.
Production of the item is complete. We are ready.
Revenge awaits. Powering phase engines.
Desecrators assault our world. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. Civilian structure complete. Defense upgrade complete. Military structure complete.
I am listening, my friend.
Control group created.
We obey the Unity's will. We seek minds to make our own.
Control group created.
The Unity calls us to action.
Production of the item is complete. Civilian structure complete.
Powering phase engines.
Defense upgrade complete. Our will is transcendent.
Off to handle your dirty work.
We obey the Unity's will.
Hostility research complete. We await your command. Another planet joins the Unity.
The item is complete.
Military structure complete. Whatever the Unity wills. Military structure complete. The unenlightened have seduced a minor faction to challenge our destiny. We cannot build there.
Done and dusted.
Defense upgrade complete. We are ready. We await your command. Military structure complete. Production of the item is complete. Military structure complete. We are ready.
We shall do as you command. We obey the Unity's will.
Military structure complete.
The item is complete.
Hostility research complete.
Whatever the Unity wills.
Mining upgrade complete.
Our shields are offline. Armor down! Only the Unity can save us now.
Planet item ready.
Severe damage sustained. All systems are failing.
Production of the item is complete.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Military structure complete.
The Unity will survive this loss.
Control group created.
We are ready.
We shall do as you command.
Logistics upgrade complete.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
Civilian structure complete. Civilian structure complete.
Whatever the Unity wills.
The Unity calls us to action.
Production of the item is complete.
Hostility research complete. Civilian structure complete. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Defense upgrade complete. Civilian structure complete. We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity. Hostility research complete.
My forces are mobilized for your raid order.
We are ready.
We shall do as you command.
Whatever the Unity wills. We are ready.
Who opposes the Empire?
We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
Production of the item is complete.
Desecrators assault our world. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. We await your command. Military structure complete.
The Unity calls us to action.
Military structure complete. Another planet joins the Unity. We are ready. We await your command.
We obey the Unity's will.
Let the bidding commence.
Military structure complete. Our shields are offline. Military structure complete. We are ready.
We shall do as you command.
No bid. You missed out.
We obey the Unity's will.
Armor down! Only the Unity can save us now! Desecrators assault our world. The unenlightened have seduced a minor faction to challenge our destiny. Our will is transcendent. Production of the item is complete.
Off to handle your dirty work.
We are ready. We are ready. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. We await your command.
We offer the absolution of death.
Our will is transcendent. Our shields are offline.
We shall do as you command. We obey the Unity's will.
Armor down! Only the Unity can save us now! Severe damage sustained. All systems are failing. Whatever the Unity wills.
A cleansing fire.
Production of the item is complete.
You will find enlightenment in death. A cleansing fire.
Our shields are offline. Whatever the Unity wills. We await your command.
You will find enlightenment in death. Submit to the Unity or be eradicated. We offer the absolution of death. You will find enlightenment in death. We shall do as you command. The enemy will know our wrath.
Copy that, TACOM.
Whatever the Unity wills. Control group created.
Their worlds will burn in the Unity's flames. The Unity calls us to action. They will join us or die.
Production of the item is complete. We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity.
We obey the Unity's will.
Whatever the Unity wills. Mining upgrade complete.
Yes, Commander. Transmission received.
Planet item ready. Control group created. We await your command.
Time to bid. Place am I.
A cleansing fire.
Ready for orders.
Production of the item is complete.
Deploying. Transmission received.
Whatever the Unity wills. We await your command. We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity.
We shall do as you command.
We await your command.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
Whatever the Unity wills. Commerce upgrade complete. The Unity senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship. Desecrators assault our world. Another planet joins the Unity. Our shields are offline. Armor down! Only the Unity can save us now. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets. Severe damage sustained. All systems are failing. The Unity will survive this loss. We are ready.
We obey the Unity's will.
Production of the item is complete. We await your command. The unenlightened have seduced a minor faction to challenge our destiny. We are ready.
Off to handle your dirty work.
Planet item ready. Commerce upgrade complete. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
So shall it be.
We offer the absolution of death. The Unity calls us to action.
Production of the item is complete. Control group created. Planet item ready.
You will find enlightenment in death.
Maximum civilian orbit slots reached. Mining upgrade complete.
We obey the Unity's will. The Unity commands your destruction.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity. Civilian structure complete. We await your command.
We obey the Unity's will.
We are ready.
Where to, Commander? Yes, Commander.
We are ready. Mining upgrade complete.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Production of the item is complete. Desecrators assault our world.
The Unity calls us to action. Submit to the Unity, or be eradicated.
We have lost access to the metal market.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
Planet item ready. Hostility research complete. Logistics upgrade complete. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Our will is transcendent. Hostility research complete. Hostility research complete. We cannot build there.
Done and dusted.
Civilian structure complete. Hostility research complete. Research rate upgrade complete. Desecrators assault our world. Civilian structure complete. Production of the item is complete. We are ready.
We obey the Unity's will. We offer the absolution of death.
Hostility research complete. Whatever the Unity wills.
My forces are mobilized for your raid order.
Hostility research complete. Civilian structure complete. Research rate upgrade complete. We require more unity. Cooldown still in progress. Hostility research complete. Whatever the Unity wills. Civilian structure complete.
We obey the Unity's will.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Civilian structure complete. Production of the item is complete.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Desecrators assault our world. Research rate upgrade complete. Military structure complete. Hostility research complete. Military structure complete.
Sorry, mate. Better look in the next auction.
Civilian structure complete. Hostility research complete. Research rate upgrade complete. Production of the item is complete. Military structure complete.
You will find enlightenment in death.
Structure complete.
You may speak. Our armor is breached!
Civilian structure complete.
The Unity's will be done. We are severely crippled.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Research complete. Civilian structure complete. Defense upgrade complete. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Shields down!
Production of the item is complete.
Our time has come.
Desecrators assault our world. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets.
We are ready.
Submit to the Unity, or be eradicated. The Unity calls us to action. A cleansing fire. We obey the Unity's will.
Hostility research complete.
Is it time?
Defense upgrade complete.
Whatever the Unity wills. Production of the item is complete.
Submit to the Unity, or be eradicated.
Our fleet is trapped after